Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Otts here, Tuesday morning. So it's another day for Classic Jurassic Tuesday trivia. Of course, for the first 10 minutes of the stream, we'll be talking news and notes from around the league and Raptors world. And then we'll play the game. And also, we have reverse trivia. If anybody has questions they want to ask me to try and get points, if you can stump me on a general Raptors trivia question, you get 100 points. So the 25 points for answering my questions, 100 points if you can actually fully stump me on a question where I get it wrong. Good morning. You are a Raptors fan. You are the right channel. This is the place where I will keep you up to date on as much as possible. And there's all kinds of stuff happening right now. Nameless is first in. Suck it, y'all. Nameless is a member of DX. Apparently, I love it. Buongiorno, Nameless. Very good to see you. Mike is here. Logical Raptors fanatics in the house. Salute the real ones. Project Truth always. Biyombo is still my father. Okay, well, it sounds like Mike might have an advantage today in our trivia, seeing as he's kin to our subject today. Of course, we're doing the great Bismack Biyombo. The only 1 year playing for the Raptors, but a very, very important year. And a very, very important job done that year. That 1 year he played here, he was in all 82 games and very much made a very solid kind of impression on the city of Toronto. To be a legend in this city after only playing one season, just one season, Bismack played for us. And you'd think he played here for 10 years. Seriously. It's crazy. Cool Cat is here in the house. Good morning, Raptor Free crew. Good to see Cool Cat. Thank you for joining the WNBA Fantasy League I've set up, Cool Cat. In fact, she's the only one who has joined. Please, we need more people to play. I need at least 2 more people. We'd like to have 4 teams at least. So seriously, consider this. There will be a prize. There always is if we do these kind of things. And if there's only like 4 or 5 or 6 teams, guys, or 10 teams is the most we can have, it'll be easier for you to get a Raptor Freak prize from winning this WNBA Fantasy League we're starting. On Thursday, we'll do a draft during this show on the Thursday Think Tank, a WNBA draft. So why not be part of the fun and just sign up? I put the link in the description for this stream already, and I'll put it right here in the chat also so y'all can find it real easy. Mike, seriously, just do this, Mike, please. It's fun, bro. And we can learn the players in the WNBA easier this way. It's a really quick way to learn who the superstars are and just kind of keep track of it while having fun doing it. So, Mike, we got to get ready to learn the WNBA, I have a feeling, because we probably are going to get a team. Like the way that things went last weekend, they sold out everything, sold out the building. It was crazy. So we better get our knowledge on with the WNBA. And the best way to do it is to play fantasy WNBA. Trust me, I know. That's how I learned all these other sports. I learned the NFL through fantasy. And I really learned it. Like I got into playing fantasy football in 2005. And I played for 10 years till 2015, really until Colin Kaepernick happened. And then I'd stopped watching the NFL just because of Kaepernick. But I did play like heavy fantasy football for 10 years, and I really knew everybody in the league. So that's what I'm saying. We want to expand our knowledge base to really know the WNBA. Mike, get in there and join the league. Sue, you get in there and join the league. It'll be fun. And you'll have a vested interest in watching WNBA games this summer too, because you want to see how your players are doing. And I don't think there's as many games, so it's not as heavy a workload as this NBA one we just did. So it's not going to be anything like that. Duke Rocks, you are the champion of our Raptor Freak NBA Yahoo League. Why don't you come in and defend your championship in the WNBA, my friend? Yes, Duke. I hope you watch this later. And if you do, you join our league. So get in there, y'all. Don't waste your time. This draft is in 2 days from now. And we're going to need people in there if we're going to play this league. Yeah. All right, let's see what else is going on here real quick. Mike is saying Biz Nation is still strong in Canada. Very much so. And there are many reasons why. And we're going to talk about them a little bit for sure. Race Mode Daily saying, good morning, Lex. Let's go, freaks. I'm horrible with the fantasy league. I'm in. I love that kind of logic. Listen, I saw you did great in the fantasy league that we played already. But I understand, Edmund. You get a busy life. If you can put a little bit into it, I don't know. I don't think the WNBA games happen as quickly or often as the NBA games. There's more days off in between. So maybe it's not as hurried and hectic. So it may be easier to keep up with. Plus, their season's very short. They only play like 30 to 40 games. So it really is like a May to September little quick shot. So it shouldn't be too much work. Name was saying, come on, give me a strike. If I can't be a dunk leader, I'm trying to be an all-time strike leader. I live life on the edge. The line is blurry sometimes. Listen, you can earn other things. You don't want to earn strikes. You don't want to go in that direction. Are you trying to be like Dylan Brooks? Is that who you are, Nameless? You're being like Dylan Brooks here. Are you being like Ja Morant right now? Are you a Memphis Grizzly? That's what I feel like right now, Nameless. You're a Memphis Grizzly, aren't you? Randolph saying, good morning, beloved Raptor Freaks and most informative gang. Blessings to all. I'm here to be informed. All right, let me give you some information then, Randolph. Last night, Dalano Banton got on Twitch for about 2 hours. It was very much kind of like last summer, hanging out with Scotty, and I got to talk to Dalano directly. And that was very, very cool. I asked him if he'd been going to OVO and working out with Coloco recently. And he said, yes, he has been playing with Coloco at OVO and practicing. He's here in town, obviously. Now, the thing that he was doing last night is there's a brand that he promotes called In Your City. And they have a bunch of swag, a bunch of wear, tracksuits, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. And they were trying to do a giveaway last night. They did. They were giving stuff away on Twitch, and he was there with a couple of his friends. In fact, one of them, including NBA player Eugene Omoroyi. I don't know how to spell it or pronounce his name, but he's on the Thunder and plays in the NBA. So there were 2 NBA guys in this stream with this guy named Denny, it was his channel, and he reminded me of like Eddie Murphy. He reminded me of like a young Eddie Murphy, who was really charismatic, kind of goofy, funny guy. Probably an old friend of Delano's from when he grew up in Rexdale, around the city, because it was very much he was hanging out with his old buddies. And it was pretty fun. It was pretty wholesome, good fun, just talking really funny stuff. They had a shock machine, and they hooked up this guy to the shock machine, and it was shocking him. And I was like, what is this, the torture Twitch stream or something like that? And Delano's kind of like, well, when we were kids, we used to like to shock each other with this thing just for fun. Like, well, okay. I'm like watching them, and this guy going, ah, he's like screaming in pain. I was like, you guys in Guantanamo or something? What is this? What are y'all doing here? This is really messed up in some ways. It was like, no, it's just fun. We want to see our pain tolerances or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, a little bit. But Delano was pretty cool. He was very on point. He seems like he's happy. Seems like he's doing all right. It was cool to see him with his friends, palling around. Very just being cool and collected, being a good pro, not really saying anything. I did try to ask him a couple questions about like why were the Raptors so weird this year. And they just ignored those kind of questions last night. They really didn't want to get too in depth on Raptors issues last night. He would say that he did go and work out with Coloco at OVO recently, but he didn't say a whole lot otherwise. And that was interesting to me. But it was fun to interact with Dalano Banton last night on Twitch. I don't know if the stream is still up, so you guys might be able to review it and see what happened on it. The shocking things that happened, the shocking things that happened on Delano's Twitch stream last night. But it was a lot of fun. Now there's a video from Diamond Hoops or Hoop Diamonds of Scotty Barnes from yesterday, dropped last night. About a 15-minute video, very Rico Hines esque kind of video of him and other like fairly good players from South Florida that gathered and they're playing. There's at least one other NBA pro there. And some FSU guys also playing 1-on-1, 5-on-5, running up and down the court. Scotty looked real good. His jump shot looks a little different. And he would look really sharp. Like he looked like he's in good shape and feeling strong and had good vibes around him. So there's some stuff out there right now you can watch. 15 minutes of Scotty working out yesterday in a workout. I don't know if it's like yesterday they filmed it, but it dropped yesterday. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, check that out. Scotty Barnes on Hoop Diamonds. Thanks, G, for the tip. And I watched it just before I came on the air. Looked like it was pretty good footage. Very Rico Hines-esque for sure. Let's see. All right, Sue's here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to Sue. Play it again, Sue. Check out Sue's music reaction channel. She's always listening to some of the oldies and the goodies, some of the new stuff, all kinds of different stuff that she's reacting to with her friends. Sue and Friends. Play it again, Sue. Great music reaction YouTube channel. So please follow Sue on Play It Again, Sue. So happy to see you this morning, Sue. Cool Cat saying, I love Biyombo and his rebounding impact that year. Yeah. He was amazing that year. In fact, we got to get to this trivia, I think, here. Let me just, Mike, that's the last comment. And then after that, all right, Cool Cat's the last one. And then it wasn't on Delano's Twitch where he was on, just so you know. Let's see. Hang on. I wanted to change my jersey, not able to figure it out. Hopefully, I will learn faster this time around. Oh, you mean on the WNBA fantasy? Yeah, I think you can go into edit team info and you can even add your own image. Like if you have an image you want to put on there. Yeah, just tinker around with it a little bit. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I think this is a lot more user friendly than the other league in Yahoo. There's a lot to Yahoo. There's a lot of bells and whistles. But this one's a little bit more straightforward and just kind of like get in there and do it. And there's not as many stat categories, and it's not rotisserie, so it's going to be a head-to-head thing where we have two teams against two teams. So we have to have an even amount of teams in the league, and then boom, you switch around, and every week you play a different team, and depending on how you beat them, is your record. It doesn't really have to do with you accumulating all your stats like we did in the Yahoo League this year. So let's see. Mike's saying, I'm not good with fantasy. I haven't tried any really. I did a hockey playoff fantasy once. I don't know enough other players. I'm too focused to really be good with the whole league. And that's what I'm saying, Mike. The WNBA doesn't have a lot of players. There's only, 10, 12 leagues, 12 teams in the league. And each team has a very limited roster. In fact, they're cutting, the WNBA just cut their 11th pick in the draft from when they just had the draft in 2023. This is 11th pick in their draft, did not make their team, and they're cut. That's how exclusive and how few there are players in the WNBA. So there's not a lot of material to learn, Mike. Let's just put it that way. The league is small and there's not a lot of players in it. So you'd be surprised how little that workload might be, because you may be able to learn everybody real easy. And like I said, this is the kind of thing where you can learn as you go. You don't have to be perfect at it. Just try it, man. It's right up your alley. And I think you really enjoy it. I think you could run a really good team just for fun. Fiercey saying, good morning, fam. How can we register to the fantasy league, please? Well, I put it in the description of this chat in the stream in there. And then there's also in the chat here. If you scroll up a little bit, Fiercey, you might find it. I'll put it in the chat again, Fiercey, just so you can get it there, because I know you'll enjoy it. And it's going to be really fun. I've never played WNBA fantasy. This will be the first time for me. And I really don't know the players as well as I know the NBA. And this is why I want to play, is because I really do want to learn them. A little bit of WNBA news. There's a couple of interviews out of the Las Vegas Aces camp about the Becky Hammon link to Toronto rumors. The players there are really mad at us. They don't like us. In fact, player Chelsea Plum, one of their guards, every time that Becky Hammon's phone buzzes or she gets a text, she's thinking it's Toronto coming to get her, and she's muttering under her breath in practice, fuck Toronto. So some of the Las Vegas Aces hate the Raptors right now because of this distraction that's caused for their team, and also that they don't want to lose their coach. So they're very anti-Toronto right now. In fact, some of these women that play for the Aces are saying, fuck Toronto. Now, Becky's very interesting what she's saying. She's saying, I'm not begging for a job from y'all. I'm not going to come in and kiss your ass. If you want me, you better come and get me. You better chase me down and make me really feel like you want me. And I'm saying that means that, and just really kiss her ass and just say, roll the red carpet out. If you want to try and get her to be the coach, Masai Ujiri, you got to kiss her ass and really come after her to get her, is what she's saying. It's just she's not going to come in half-assed. You better really show you appreciate her and want her to coach your team, is what she's saying. And I like that. That's the way it should be, because she's got a really good situation right now. She doesn't want to leave this situation for a shaky situation that isn't right and isn't really the right thing, because she's in a right situation right now already. And, she doesn't want to ruin that to go somewhere that's not going to be good for her. So she better be going to a situation that's really good. So that's kind of what's going on with that. Seymour saying Raptors for life. That's right, baby. That's right. Raptors for life, Seymour Pate. That's right. That's like a tenement in our Raptor free cult. Raptors for life. Just like NWO for life, bro. For life. Scott Hall. That's right. Logical Raptors fanatic saying Sue's channel is big time. Great work done, Sue. Yeah, it's growing really quick. She just started it this past year, and she has got a lot of good views and subscriptions. Good job, Sue. I love seeing your stuff grow. Let's see. Cool Cat saying, what is Delano's Twitch? Well, he was on, he has his own Twitch, and he has Twitched on his own Twitch, but he wasn't on his own Twitch last night. He was on Denny's Twitch, and there's not a lot of followers. I didn't end up following him. I just subscribe. I just got a subscription for free. Somebody gave me a gifted subscription, so I didn't have to watch any of the ads. They went on last night around like 10:30. Let me go look at the Twitch. It'll tell me exactly when they were on. He made a post 13 hours ago, so I guess that was around 8:45. That he's going to be on Twitch tonight doing a giveaway for In Your City, and then they went on around. It was around like 9 last night, but they were on after midnight. So they were on for like 3 hours, just goofing around, talking all kinds of stuff. The guy Denny was actually asking them questions about the NBA. Like they asked Dalano what was the first big purchase he made with his NBA money. And he said he didn't really buy anything big when he first got his money. He hasn't really done that. And he talked about different stuff. Like he talked about his rookie hazing. That was pretty interesting. He said that when Scotty and Justin and him showed up to the Raptors, they walked in and they had these pink bags at the door. They had the little Dora Explorer bags for them to take. And Delano said he took one of the bags, but he didn't want to use it. He just had it kind of around. But you know what? The other thing he said is nobody even forced them using the bags that year as rookies. That, you know, none of the vets were like, you need to use these bags, rookies. You know, and so he didn't. He hid his bag. He took it, but he never used it on the road. Scotty did, though. Scotty did use his. Delano was saying, yeah, but Scotty used his. He did use his bag. So I don't know. That says something to me that they're not coming down on the rookie hazing stuff that you're supposed to do. Make them carry the pink Dora Explorer backpack. And it wasn't being enforced. They had them there ready for them to take them, and they kind of laughed at it. And they're like, Delano's like, I don't want to carry this bag around, and nobody told him to continue to carry the bag around. So it really is kind of like singing "Happy Birthday" karaoke songs, like goofy songs, is more of like the rookie ritual than making them carry the bags around. It's really weird. It's really crazy. But yeah, it was interesting last night. Delano's cool. He's a really cool guy, and he's real Toronto. But I also get vibes off him that he's not totally sure about his future with the Raptors also. You know, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with the Raptors right now. I don't think anybody's too sure about what Masai is going to do right now. And everybody's a little on edge because he can move anybody right now. It's really crazy. David's saying, dude, the mic. The mic? What are you talking about, the mic? Is there something wrong with the mic? Thanks, Mike and Lex. No problem, Sue. You're doing a great job. Fiercely found the link, and Cool Cat saying, haha, fuck Toronto, very protective of their coach. That's a good vibe. Becky showing she knows her worth. Good attitude. I still prefer Sergio. So she's on the Sergio train right now. I like that. Sergio's all right. I really like Becky Hammond. I don't mind bending over backwards to get her to come here. So if that's what she needs, well, let's do it. I don't care, Masai. Let's get her here. Seriously. All right, let's do the trivia, y'all. All right, we're going to start the Bismack Biyombo Classic Jurassic Tuesday trivia. This is really because of yesterday. I did that Monday memory of that great win over the Miami Heat in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals in 2016. Such a great moment 7 years ago yesterday. And Bismack Biyombo was one of the best players for our team after Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. And it just inspired me too. You know what? I haven't done Bismack on the trivia. So let's do Bismack right now here. Yeah. Let's see. Fiercely saying, sorry to tether you again, Lex. I'm in section, join a public fantasy league, but I don't know if I pick snake or sour cap. No, you're building your own league. You don't want to do that. Just click on click on the thing, and it'll say join this league, and just click join the league. It should just tell you to join the league, and it'll have my name, and the draft type is snake. Don't mess with the draft type because that's all set up already. The whole league settings is all set up with the stat categories, the roster positions, and all that. You just need to go in and add your own team name and just put a team in there. And please, some of you other guys and people, go ahead. Please join the ESPN WNBA Raptor Freak official fantasy league. It's going to be fun. And like I said, I'll have a prize for this too. We always have a prize. Come on, y'all. All right, let's go on the trivia. Bam. What is Bismack's middle name, y'all? You know, whoever writes it in gets it first. What is Bismack's middle name? This is a weird one. David, you're wrong. That is wrong. That is his last name. Wow. There you go, David. You got his first name. That is his first name. I mean, his middle name. His middle name is Biyombo. His full name is Bismack Biyombo Sumba. So Sumba is his last name, and Biyombo is actually his middle name. I don't know. This is a weird situation. Maybe I have it wrong. All I know is on the paper, it's the middle name is Biyombo in the whole thing. So Biyombo is his middle name. All right, next question. There are 3 answers. What are Biyombo's 3 main nicknames? What are the 3 main nicknames of Biyombo in his career? This is deep cut. This is a little bit tough. Some of it's easy. One of them's easy. What are his nicknames? Like, what is his nicknames? Biz Nasty. No, Mike, that's not actually one of his official nicknames. But it's part of it. You kind of went too far with it, maybe. Maybe you just do a little shortened version of that. You might get a point. But it's not Biz Nasty. That's a little crazy. Yeah, Biz. Biz is enough, Mike. You'll get that one. Mike gets the Biz answer. There's 2 more, and they have to do with a feline. Let's just put it that way. A feline nature. Let's see if you can get this one. And actually, they're kind of the same nickname in different languages. Where's Shanky? We need Shanky in here. Where is I am Shanky? Where is Ahmet the goat? Where are my players for today? Let's see. All right, David, you can figure this out. There we go. All right. I like this. All right, Fiercey's got it pretty much, but there's 2 words actually. Okay, Fiercey's got. I'll give you La Pantera. That one is right. La Pantera. And then Fiercey, if you just add the word on the other word that you put, I'll give it to you. If you just add the word in front of it, and it's the movie, so just put the movie in there, and that makes sense. It's kind of cool that he has that nickname. I didn't know that they nicknamed him La Pantera. Yeah, I see your messages, David. Nuzzy B is wrong. Busy B is wrong. Black Panther. That's what I was looking for, Fiercey. I wanted the full thing. One of his nicknames is Black Panther. So that's pretty cool. Black Panther. That's right. Yeah, I see your messages, David. They're just not good guesses. Busy bee, nuzzy bee. Don't worry. I'm not ignoring you. You have a wrench, so you can't be ignored, right? All right. 3rd question. What is Bismack Biyombo's astrological sign? Like, what is his sign in the astrology? Yeah, big smack. Bam. What is his astrology? He is a Virgo, Mike. You are right. Logical Raptors fanatic catching on. His birthday is actually 2 days away from my birthday. So we're both Virgos at the end of August. Very, very cool. All right, here we go. What numbers does Bismack wear in his career? He has 4 numbers he's worn in his NBA career. What are the 4 numbers he has worn in his NBA career? Number 8 is right, Mike. That is the number he wore with us. That is the one he did wear with Toronto. Let's see if you guys can get the other 3. David Saborin's getting 18. That is a number he did wear. That is right. 18 is right, Fiercey, just behind David, though. 2 more numbers, y'all. Let's see if you can get the other 2 numbers that Bismack has worn as an NBA player in the league. What are the other 2 numbers? 28 is not right, Mike. That is a weird number. Not a lot of players have worn 28. That is a weird number. It is very weird. When you get into those like 7, 8 ones, 55, that's Mutombo's number. No, he didn't wear 55. That is not one of the numbers. But there is a number on this list that's a double number, which is the number and a number, like the same number twice, like 55, but it's not that one. And then there's one other number other than that, but is it really a number? That's kind of the weird clue. Is it a number? I don't know if it's a number. The number that isn't a number. That's right, Mike. The number that isn't a number is 0. And that Mike will get that one. I guess that clue gave it away, maybe. The number that isn't a number. 0. That's right. So what's the other number that's like 55? That's the same number twice in a row. That gives you a real easy guessing pattern. So, just kind of figure it out that way. It's not 55, though. That is really Mutombo's number. Number logic. Well, you should know this. Listen to my number logic that I'm giving you clues to. 55 is wrong. 33 is wrong, but you're getting closer. You're getting closer, y'all. 33 is wrong. 55 is wrong. 11. 11 is the other one. Mike is right. It is 11. Mike, cleaning up on those ones. He got 3 out of the 4. It is 11. He wore 0, 8, 11, and 18. Those are the 4 numbers that Bismack has worn in his NBA career. Next question. What country is Bismack born in? I'm going to take two different answers. If you could answer with either one, there's an answer for what the country's named now and what it was named when he was born. Nameless will get this one. He is born in the Congo, and that is technically the proper name for it, the Democratic Republic of Congo. But when he was born there, it was actually called Zaire at that time. So we'll take Congo. Congo is the best answer for sure. Nameless and Fiercey, you're just behind Nameless, very close. And Mike, Nigeria is wrong. Let's see. What is Biyombo's career high in rebounds, y'all? What is the most rebounds he's ever grabbed in an NBA game? How many? How many rebounds has he ever grabbed in any NBA game, regular season or playoffs? I'm not doing a distinction. 24 is too low, Shane. 20 is too low, Mike. Good morning to you, Shane Waters. Good to see you. Fun Guy saying Nigeria, that's crazy. Yeah, you tell him, Fun Guy, that's crazy. 28 is too high. 27 is too high. You guys are getting it really narrowed down there between the two of you. But yeah, those two are too high and the other ones are too low. 26 is the answer. Shane Waters getting it today. Listen, you guys know that Fred has our record for most points in a game, a single game. He has the record for the most assists in a game. And this is the record for most rebounds in a Raptors game by Bismack Biyombo. It was in the playoffs. It was in that game in the Eastern Conference Finals against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the shirt from the game that Bismack got the 26 rebounds at. I got this shirt because I went to that game. This is actually my shirt. I didn't get this from somebody who gave it to me. So, yeah, I was at that game. He got 26. He had actually set the record for the Raptors during the regular season already with 25 a couple months earlier. Well, then there was that one crazy game where we won game 3 against the Cavs in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and he had 26 rebounds in the playoffs. So our record is a playoff record. Our franchise rebounding record is a playoff record, and it's 26. Yeah, isn't that awesome? You remember he got 20. Yeah, 26 is the exact amount. That's right. He went off in that game. Still sad JV got injured. Yeah, that was a big part of it. During that season, there was 18 games in the middle of the season where Valanciunas was not available, and Bismack had to start at center. And that really kind of was a blessing in disguise because it really blossomed him, and he played at a really crazy, really high level. And then Valanciunas got hurt again, and Biyombo had to step up in the playoffs in his absence. And he did a fantastic job, honestly. Really, really did a fantastic job. JV got hurt in game 2 in the Heat series. Yeah. Mike's got a good memory on that. All right, next question, y'all. What team in draft pick was Biyombo selected in the draft? What team drafted Biyombo? And what pick in the draft did he get picked at, guys? Do you guys know this one? This one surprised me. This one actually really surprised me. This may be a little bit shocking to people. Toronto did not draft him, David. I wish we could say we did, but we did not draft Biyombo. No, we did not. We did not draft him. What team drafted Biyombo and what pick was it? Brooklyn's not right either. Charlotte Bobcats is not right. Good to see Summer Low. Summer Low, hope everything's good in your neck of the woods. Charlotte is not right, y'all. Philly is not right either. The Hornets is not right. Boston is not right. We can just go through the whole NBA, y'all. Just name everybody. Oh, there you go. Fiercey knows where to look. It is the Sacramento Kings that drafted Bismack. Now, what pick was it? Y'all know what pick in the draft he was? This was really surprising to me. I didn't realize this about Bismack with the draft. 18 is wrong, Mike. That is, I'm not going to tell you which way it is to go in this one. You guys just got to take shots in the dark. 7th. That's right. Fiercey has got it. Is 7th. Just before David, Fiercey snuck in there and got it. He was picked 7th in the draft, y'all. Did you know that he was a lottery pick? That he was like in the top 10? Yeah, yeah, I know, David. It's real close, as if. But yeah, he was drafted number 7 in that draft that year. That's impressive. I thought he was a second round pick or something like that, but no, he was a lottery pick. All right, next question. What country did Bismack Biyombo's pro career start in? What is the very first country that he played professionally, got paid to play ever in his whole entire life? What country was it? Jamaica? No, it's not Jamaica. Spain? No, that's not the right answer either, Mike. It's not Spain, Fiercey. No, it's not. This one may be a little bit obtuse and a little bit weird for you guys. Lithuania is not right. No, it's not Lithuania. No, this is a weird one. It's a really weird one. It's not Sweden. No, it's not Sweden. No, no. Yeah, what country did he start his professional career in? The first place he got to play where he actually got paid. Ukraine is wrong. France is wrong. Greece is wrong. Let's see. Nameless says, "Hey, you still have slow type mode on. I can't play. Trying to keep me down." Huh? Oh, you know what, Nameless? You just reminded me that I didn't set that setting. So you know what? You're getting a standard moderator. I don't care if everybody's a mod. I apologize for that. Normally, when I set the stream up, I don't put the delay on, but I guess I put it on today. I apologize for that. Serbia is wrong. Canada is wrong. Greece is wrong. All these answers are wrong, y'all. These are wrong. Y'all are in the wrong continent. You guys just got to start where he starts. Let's see here. Portugal is wrong. You got to start where he starts. You can't. Congo is not right though. It's not exactly where he's from, but it is somewhere in that continent that he first started his professional career. He was his first time he got paid and went and played. Kenya is not right. Nigeria is not right. Man, this one's the tough one. I didn't realize this one would be the tough one. It's kind of hard to suss out the information. Maybe I found it in a really interesting place. South Africa is not right. This is a weird. I wonder if you guys are going to get this. I might need to give you guys some hints. It seems like I might need to. What is a good hint for this? No, it's all right, Dameless. I seriously, I didn't put I left the delay on, so that doesn't work. Ivory Coast is not right. Egypt is not right, but y'all are getting closer. Egypt's probably the closest guess so far. Egypt's probably the best guess out of all of them so far. Senegal, no. Zimbabwe, no. Yemen, there we go. Bradley coming in and getting points. I love seeing Bradley coming in and getting some points real quick. It is Yemen. He played professionally first in this country of Yemen. Wow, Bradley. Look at Bradley just out of the blue, just pop in here. You go, Bradley. You go, Bradley. Canadian cowboy. Awesome. All right. Question number 9. How many languages does Bismack speak? How many languages does he speak, y'all? He has some languages. How many are there? How many languages does he speak? 8? That's a lot of languages. No, that's not right. Fiercey's got it. It's 5. He speaks 5. I couldn't name which 5 they are. I'm going to guess English. I don't know. There may be a couple of African dialects that are on there that I wouldn't be able to suss them out, but there's at least 5. 5. Yeah. I think Matumbo's like 8. Matumbo might know like 8 or something, or Serge knows quite a few too. I think Serge knows like 4 or 5 himself. So this is pretty common. I think that these guys, they learn like Spanish, French, English, and then like their home country languages is probably about what it is. Let's see. What player's contract made it tough for Toronto to keep Biyombo after 2016? There's part of the reason why he was only on our team for 1 year is that there was a contract situation that ate up our cap space, and it didn't allow for us to re-sign Bismack. But he very much said he wanted to return to Toronto and continue to play for us. It's just that the money wasn't there. In fact, he was due a big payday the way he played for us. So let's see. Spanish, French, Italian, and English. Got to go, everyone. Have a great day. Have to talk later, Lex and Rabbit Freaks. I got a point. You did, Bradley. Good job. You're on the scoreboard. I love it. All right, Fiercey's got the answer. It is DeMar DeRozan. We had to sign DeMar to a new contract that summer, and that money ate up the ability to retain Bismack Biyombo, which is too bad. But he did say that year he had no intention of leaving our team. It just didn't work out, and he had to go to Orlando. So it is what it is. That one nice, perfect year, though, is awesome. Yeah, they're similar, Mike, right? The Latin Romance languages are similar, so they're kind of easy to like bridge into from each other. And Italian and French and Spanish very much have a lot of the same root words, just slightly changed a little bit. And Nameless saying it's so easy to learn Italian. He's wondering why I'm not fluent yet with his great lessons over the last year. He's like, what the hell's wrong with you, Raptors Freak? Why aren't you fluent? Why aren't you running down to Little Italy and just talking to the paisans down there like you came from the old country, bro? I don't know, man. I need more lessons. I need more lessons. Portuguese is another one. Yeah, Mike. Good call. All right, keep on going. Question 11. How many brothers and sisters does Bismack Biyombo have? How many brothers and sisters does he have? You all know this answer? How many brothers and sisters are in his family with him? He's siblings. 12 is too many, Mike. That is too many. But how many are there? Let's see. Let's see who gets this one first. I'll even tell you how many of each. 8 is too many, also, Mike. Yeah. It's a nice day outside. Who knows how many siblings Bismack Biyombo has? Who knows? Who knows how many he's got? I will have to see if anybody gets this. 6. 6 is right, Mike. Yeah, throw your hands up and just say 6. That's right. He has 3 brothers and 3 sisters. So that is the right answer. 6 is right. Just before you, Nameless, sorry, buddy. Mike has got the points. It is 6. All right, next question. Last season, Bismack Biyombo donated his salary to do what? What did he do with his salary last year? He took his whole entire NBA salary last year and donated it to do what? What did he do with his salary last season? Such an amazing thing that he did. This dude's amazing, honestly. The more I looked into him yesterday, the more I was like, wow, Bismack is really good. Yeah, Fiercey's got it right. He built a hospital in Congo, and he named it after his father who passed. So he built a hospital in the Congo, and he's also given so much money to help with the pandemic. In fact, when the COVID started, he very much donated like millions of dollars to try and help fight COVID in Congo. So, you know, he's been really, almost all of his philanthropy and his foundation and stuff is to help his home country and to prop people up and help them there. In fact, one of the things that's happening there is there's a rebel group that is very much causing a lot of violence and problems in that country right now. And Congo needs help from other countries in certain ways with aid and also just help like protecting people because this group is really dangerous and violent. The DRC or whatever I forget what they're called. But yeah, so there's issues in Congo and he's very much a big advocate in like issues there and trying to help in every kind of way as he can with his power being an NBA player. So that's really good. Yeah, Mike's saying I heard about this. Yeah. Yeah, it's messed up. There's a lot of problems in different countries around this world. And in some ways we need to feel fortunate in some ways, that we don't ever want to have things happen here that get in those kind of ways. Now, there's that tendency in the States right now, it seems like, where things are a little bit more violent and crazy and maybe a little tribalistic. And that's not good. You don't want that. We don't want that. We are spoiled over here. We are. And we don't want to go, we want to continue to progress and be more civilized. In some ways, I worry about society regressing and becoming more barbaric. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Fascism's rising in Italy again. See, that's what I'm talking about. Fascism's rising here in Canada, and especially in the States. Fascism is at all-time high in the States to a degree right now. And we need to be careful here because we tend to mimic Canada. Canada tends to mimic the U.S. in certain ways, and I don't like that. All right, get back to work. Oh, my gosh. All right, here we go. How much money has Biyombo made or will make in his NBA career in contracts? In NBA contracts, how much, what's his number? We do this question all the time with these players. What is his number in contracts that he will have made at the end of the season? Or 130 is too high, Mike. It's too high. But, it's not too far, I guess. How many millions has Bismack gotten in NBA contracts in his career? 110 is too high. 110 is too high. 88.9. Look at Isaac. All right. You know what? You didn't even round it, but I'm going to give it to you. Isaac Campbell, it is 90 million. I rounded it up, but he's got the more exact number, $88.9 million. is how much Bismack has made. Well, I mean, some of it went to that hospital, but that's technically how much he's made on NBA contracts, 90 million. All right, let's keep going. Good to see Isaac Campbell popping in here. We got Bradley and Isaac just jumping in and stealing questions here and there. Love it. All right, next question. Who does Biyombo credit for motivating him in the NBA? Who has been the single person that motivated him the most to make him into the player that he is right now? This is a really interesting story. I'm going to tell you it in a second. 2 years, 80 million. Yeah. 2 years, 80 million. I don't know what that means. His father. No, it's not his father, Fiercey. That's a good guess. It's somebody who's connected to the NBA. I don't know what you're doing, Mike. We're moving on from that question. I looked at it and I really sussed it out. 90 million is the right answer. And Isaac's got it. Let's see. Because there's an add-on year. They have the box and they show you all of his career he's earned. And then they have this year. And you have to add this year with the other one. I'm not doing Tony Wiley. I'm doing trivia right now. We're not doing just general chat. I'll answer your question after we're done with the trivia game. But we're playing a trivia right now on Bismack Biyombo. Who does Bismack credit? I'm asking the questions, Tony. Who does Bismack credit with being the person that motivated him the most to get off his ass and play really crazy hard in the NBA? Who is it? Who is it? Cool Cat saying it's sad the Congo War was caused by outsider countries for influence, hurting the vulnerable population. Yeah, it's messed up. This is the playbook all around the world. Haiti, different places. This is the manipulation of U.S., China, Russia, and doing stupid stuff with power games and, using those kind of countries as kind of like pawns in the middle of things. It's not right. They've done this forever. And this is really it's a different level of that kind of BS. And yeah, there's money and weird stuff involved. I hate it too. And we need to take more ownership, our country's governments, on our parts of causing these kind of situations. It's really messed up. Dikembe Mutombo is a good guess, Isaac, but it's not right. Welcome to Tony. Yeah, welcome to Tony. I like Miami over Boston. I hate the Celtics, all right? So if the Celtics can lose, that'd be great. Kyle Lowry all the way, baby. Yeah, woo, let's do it. Let's see, his brother. I don't know. No, it's not his brother. Think about where he played his first couple years in the NBA. That's a very important clue right there. And there's a very, very important story I'm going to tell you in a second. Luca Baruda. No, that's not right. This is maybe one of the most important players ever to play in the NBA. Let's say that. Vince Carter is a good guess, and it's the closest guess we've seen so far. This person's very much like Vince Carter in a lot of ways. Serge Ibaka is not right, Isaac. I like your naming African players that came before him that could be the influence, but that's not who it is. You got to think about what team he played for as a rookie. You got to think about this person may be one of the most important people to ever play in the game, and that is Michael Jordan. That is right. Fiercely Salsera getting the points. The name I was looking for was Michael Jordan. You know what happened? This is what happened. This is a really cool story. When Bismack was a rookie and he came into the Hornets, or it was the Bobcats at that time, Michael took him aside one day at practice, and he said, listen, if you can make 7 out of 10 free throws here, I will pay you $1,000. And Bismack's like, okay, I'll bet you $1,000. And it's like, so Bismack's shooting them. And Michael started talking trash while he's doing it. He made 6 of them. And he made 6 free throws. And Michael started saying, you're not going to make this. You're not going to do this. I know you won't. And then this is a really weird way that Michael Jordan teaches guys to motivate them, is like talking trash and telling me you're no good. You're not going to make this. And he got in his head. And guess what? He did miss the shot. He had his last free throw of a 10, and he could have made 7, but he missed it. And Michael came over to him, and Bismack's like, do you want me to pay you? And he said, no, I don't want your money. I want you to feel how you feel right now. And I want you to know that that's not how you should feel. And I want you to be successful and be motivated to do your best no matter what. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to make it in this league. And it was such a instrumental point in his life. Like, he writes this story on his website about Michael challenging him to this challenge and how it really got the point across really, really strongly. And it has motivated him ever since. He's like, he remembers this thing with Michael. He's like, if I don't come out there and bust my ass and go crazy on the court every single night, You know, Michael Jordan is looking at me and judging me on this. So that's part of the reason why Bismack is such an energetic, active, athletic player. And when he played for us, he brought that energy to Toronto. So it's Michael Jordan is the reason that Bismack plays the way he does. So good job, Fiercey Salsera. Getting Michael Jordan as the answer. All right, who did Bismack Biyombo visit in June of 2022 at the Vatican last year? Who did he visit at the Vatican last year in June? Who was that? Yeah, who was it? Nameless has only got one hand. Are you on the movie The Fugitive? Let's see. Tough Love. The Pope. Yeah, the Pope. I want his name though. Just you guys can't just say the Pope. Yeah, there you go. Isaac's gonna get it because he said the name. Isaac Campbell will get it. Is Pope Francis. Now, the reason why Bismack was at the Vatican last year was to help with the crisis in the Congo and talking to Pope Francis about how more forces and international forces can help with the issues in the Congo and with their strife and conflict. So that was why he was there. He was very much there on a political mission to help his country with somebody who can help, somebody powerful like the Pope. Something like that. So yeah, Pope Francis. That's right. Pope Francis. All right, let me see. 3 more questions, y'all. Who has played as an opponent against Bismack Biyombo the most? Who has played the most games opposite against him, lining up against him in his whole career? Who is the player he's played against the most ever, his whole entire career? That most times as an opponent. LeBron is right. Nameless has got it on the first guess. It is actually LeBron. He has played LeBron the most in his career as an opponent. Wow, Nameless. Good first guess. Very, very good first guess. Let's go. That's right. Buongiorno. Hello. Hello. As Jack Armstrong would say, hello. All right. Next question. Who played as a teammate of Biyombo the most in his career? Who played as a teammate on his team the most? Who was his teammate the most games in his whole entire career? Who is it? It's not a Raptor. He was only here for 1 year. How could it be? There we go. Mike has got it. It's Kemba Walker. You guys, I like full names though, but because these are one name answers, LeBron's fine and Kemba's fine. But for the future, please don't be lazy. Write out LeBron James, Kemba Walker. But right now we'll be fine with this. Corey Joseph, that's not a bad guess, but it is Kemba Walker from his Charlotte days playing next to Kemba. So yeah, Mike got that one. All right, last question, y'all, for the trivia. And then if there's any reverse trivia questions, go ahead and give them to me. And we'll also do a little bit more housekeeping because there are a couple more things I want to cover, like the ref report for tonight. What team did Bismack Biyombo have his best professional year as a player ever? What team was he on when he had his best professional statistical career year ever in his career? What team was he on when he had his best year as a pro? What team was that, y'all? That's right, Mike. Say it with pride. Say it with pleasure. It's the Toronto Raptors, baby. He only played for us 1 year, but it was statistically and professionally his best year of his entire career was with us in the Raptors. He had his best playoffs. It wasn't necessarily his best regular season, but it was his most successful, best personal year as a player for sure. It was here in Toronto. So good job, Mike. Good job. All right. Looks like Mike got a lot of them today. So good job, Mike. Looks like you and Fiercey are probably the top 2 leaders. I'll put the scoreboard updated in the comments in the next little while after I finish the stream today. But yeah, good job with the Bismack Biyombo Classic Jurassic treatment. I love it. You guys are awesome. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in there. Just like Tony's question from earlier. Once again, I'll say I like Miami. I like Jimmy. I like Jimmy. I like Kyle. And I like them to mess them up. I really want them to. Yeah. Tom Duke is here, brother. Tommaso Ducarelli. Yeah. I love it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Miyamiko. Hello, Miyamiko. All right. Let's do first of all, we'll do the Instagram check with the guys. Like I said, Dalano was on Twitch last night. You may be able to still watch the replay. It was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. It was pretty neat. Ron Harper is putting on blast Mark Hirasim, committed to his university. Thad Young is enjoying things with his family. He's putting on blast his reformed transportation business that he's involved in. He's got a lot of basketball training camps coming up, Thad Young, over probably near the Memphis area. And then we got Slim Duck. He's definitely down in the islands, hanging out with his buddies. He has a funny picture of what's his name, Habusa or whatever his name. I forget what his name, Rashala or whatever. The little guy. It looks like a little kid, but he's old. He's saying, when y'all drive home at 4 a.m. and someone says, what's the next move? Bro, chill, is what he's saying. It's like, yeah, he's not all about that late night life. No, he isn't. Not at this point. No, he isn't. He's a professional. He's got his professional career to think about. So tonight is the lottery, y'all. Just to remind you guys, NBA draft lottery is tonight at 8 o'clock on TSN. Bobby Webster will be our representative at the draft lottery tonight. It's really interesting. I was looking over the list of who's representing each team, and Ime Udoka will be there representing Houston Rockets. Of course, he's going to be the one there representing the Houston Rockets. That man is so anxious to reclaim his job in the NBA that he will show up and be the rep for the Rockets at the draft lottery tonight. Of course, he will be. I hope Bobby gets some good luck there tonight, and we see us move up. Of course, tomorrow we'll be talking about what happens at the draft lottery tomorrow on our stream here at 9:30. Yeah. Let's see. Mike's saying, I have a black Biyombo on my wall. I gave it to a girlfriend and needed to replace it. So you used to have a Biyombo jersey. That's nice. But you gave it to your girlfriend, and now you need to get another one. Okay. Yeah. Draft lottery. That's right. Tonight, draft lottery, something cool for the Raptors to look forward to. Of course, tonight, the Lakers are in Denver to play game one of the Western Conference Finals. Our referees are, let me tell you, we got Zach Zarba as the crew chief, Eric Lewis as the middle referee, and then Ben Taylor. These guys, man, I'm telling you, I really don't like Eric Lewis at this point. I feel like he is so dirty. Like I'm seeing the pattern of how much he's used as a second ref in some of these weird games, and he really is a dirty ref. Ben Taylor, we know our issues with him, with Fred. And Zach Zarba, don't totally trust him. But you know what? Listen, this is the Lakers at Denver. I expected coming in to look at the stats, and they would tell me the Lakers are very much favored, because I still feel like the NBA is trying to write some sort of script. But I'm going to tell you right now, all three referees actually favor the Nuggets tonight, statistically. There's a slight advantage with Zach Zarba. It's very, very close with him. Like, they're very, very close in percentage. It's almost even. But with Ben Taylor, it's not close. And Eric Lewis, it's not totally close either. So the Nuggets are favored by the refs tonight, even though it seems like they would put favorable refs for the Lakers out there. They did not, which is interesting to me. And maybe, that's very interesting to me. Let's see, 1% odds of number one overall. Tonight we have to be the 1%. That's hilarious, Isaac Kimmel. He said we were the 1%. We'll have to see. When's the actual draft again? I was hoping to have a coach by tonight. The draft won't be until June. It'll be like a month from today. So it's really when the draft is after the playoffs are over. They don't do the draft until there's a champion. So we're going to be waiting a little bit. It's sometime mid-June is usually when it happens. So it's about a month from now. We'll have a coach by then. Trust me. We don't need to have a coach by the draft lottery. That doesn't really matter. It's just odds. It's really for the draft. We need to have a coach by then for sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's around June 16th to 20th is around when the draft will be, just so you know. All right, let's keep going with what I wanted to talk about. Once again, y'all, please join this Raptor Freak WNBA fantasy league that I got going, y'all. We need more players. Oh, look, we got like a bunch of teams in there now. Look at this. We got 6 teams in there now. This is wonderful and awesome. We definitely have a league now. Thank you, David. Thank you, Edmund. Thank you, Bradley. And thank you, Marie, who I'm going to guess is Fiercey. So awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Like I said, so you guys know we're going to do this draft at 9:30 on Thursday. So you guys are here already usually for the stream. So it should be easy to just incorporate into your day because there's not a lot of roster positions, not a lot of teams. This draft won't take very long. It won't be as long as the NBA one we did last fall. So yeah, it should be all right. Mike's saying we won't have a coach till the season is done. In my opinion, the assistants are still in the playoffs at the moment, certain ones anyway. Well, this is the thing. That doesn't really matter if they're assistants. It's really if you're worried about like getting Darvin Ham or something like that. But we can hire an assistant from out from underneath the team, even though they're still playing. There's no problem with that. And they can even finish their duties with that team and then they just switch over to us afterwards. But I don't know if that's who we're going to be hiring. I went and deep dived on Monty Williams even further yesterday, and I found out some interesting things about him. He might not be a bad coach for us. He might be pretty good, but in some ways, I don't know if I necessarily want him. I may be more interested in Budenholzer or some of the other names than Monty. And Milwaukee really does sound like they really, really want Monty Williams. So it could very well be that Monty Williams is the Bucks coach. Maybe they Suns get Nick and we get Budenholzer. Something like that could happen. I could see that kind of a shuffle around. I don't know, but in some ways, Monty Williams would be fine here. Also, it's weird. It's a weird situation. This is the thing about Monty that I didn't know. I should have remembered this, but his wife died tragically in a drunk driving accident. A woman was on methamphetamines and was driving super super fast and head-on collision, went over the lane and into his wife in 2016, and she died in a head-on collision. And they have 5 children. And this is the thing about Monty. He's super, super religious. He's very, very, very Christian. And I watched his eulogy for his wife yesterday, and it was so beautiful and so poetic. And just you can tell this dude is a really, really strong character guy. That the way he was reacting to it wasn't with anger. He was very like accepting and feeling like he cared about the other family of the woman who killed his wife, because they both died. It's not like the lady who ran into her survived. They both died. And they, instead of having anger towards that woman and her family, he was very, very like turn the other cheek and like we care about them too, because this is like there's a tragedy in their family also. But yeah, that has to be tough. The way he talked about his wife and how perfect they were together, that is such a crazy thing to go through, especially with 5 children and his lifestyle and in the NBA and stuff. And all of a sudden not having your wife all of a sudden there. But he said he didn't lose her because he knows exactly where she is, up in heaven, and that he just can't see her anymore. So yeah, that side of him was very interesting to me. And when I thought about that side of him with that loss of his wife and his life, as far as like her not physically being there with him, I realized that like him getting fired by the Suns, this is nothing. Like he doesn't care. I saw a picture of him in the airport later the day after he got fired. He didn't even seem like he was upset. He was sitting in a picture with a fan and he was smiling. And he was like, he knew he'd just been fired and he was on a plane to leave Phoenix. And he didn't look that upset. He looked like he really is measured and is very mature and very good at handling things. So I don't know. There's some things that are very attractive about him. I'm not going to say his religiosity is that attractive, but in some ways it is. So we'll have to see. He is super, super, very, very religious. That's just what I'll say. Like he's going to be, if he's the coach of the Raptors, there's going to be like a lot of Christian faith around the team. That's just who he is. He comes from Notre Dame, and that is just who he is. So if he's the coach of our team, it's going to be like that. Just so y'all know. Let's see. Okay, hang on. I want to read these in the right order and make sure. Mike's saying they will want to interview certain guys. Well, they're already allowed to. Like people are interviewing Chris Quinn right now, even though he's still alive with the Miami Heat. They're interviewing these assistants. Like David Edelman is still involved with Denver right now, but we've already interviewed him. So it's not like we hold up their process. We interviewed Sam Cassell when he was still alive with the Philadelphia 76ers. So that's not an issue. They can take a little bit of their time out of their day and do a phone interview or a FaceTime interview with Bobby and Masai. And that's not a big deal. They get the permission. If we hear that they're doing that, then we know they've already kind of done it. So let's see. It's unfair to pull their focus away from their teams at the moment. They say that, but listen, they have enough time. Trust me, they can figure it out. And even if it's just for a quick second and they just talk to them for a second, it's common practice. This has been this way for a long, long time. Nameless is saying, Isaac, so you're saying there's a chance? That's right. Let's see more Pape. You're saying there's a chance we could get Wemby and we'd be number 1 with a 1% chance? There is a chance, technically. And Isaac's saying 100% there's a chance. Yeah, 1% chance. That's all he needs is just a chance. You just give me that little bit of chance, Bobby Webster. You get that good luck tonight with the ping pong ball. Yeah, Cool Cat saying, would Monty want to uproot his life to come to Canada? I wonder if he would have to have the fire in him and curse based on his religiosity. I don't know. Like, I wonder about that. His demeanor on the sidelines sometimes does seem kind of passive. I know he can get very fiery or what he cares about and stuff. I don't know. He's a weird fit. I don't know if he exactly does fit with us. Like, I really, really am not sure. It's a weird situation. I think Budenholzer would fit with us much better in some ways, but who knows? Who knows what's going to go happen with all this? We really got to see what's going to happen here. Is Monty now the front runner for coach? I wouldn't say that. I don't know who the front runner is. Like, in some ways, they don't really give us that information. They say, "Oh, we're interviewing Sergio, we're interviewing Becky, we're interviewing JJ, we're interviewing Charles Lee." But we don't really hear anything about second interviews or anybody who's become a favorite or any of that kind of stuff. And now that there's other teams that are all open too, like Phoenix and Milwaukee and Detroit. There's a little bit of competition and stuff. So some people are a little worried, like, oh, somebody's gonna go steal somebody for Phoenix all of a sudden that we could have had. People may be a little worried about that right now. I think Becky Hammond getting interviewed by us, well, she probably gets interviewed by Milwaukee. She probably gets interviewed by Phoenix. And in some ways, that's why she's saying, you got to come and chase me at this point. I'm not going to beg for a job from one of y'all. Whoever's going to come be a suitor for me and like wine me and dine me, whatever you got to do to get me enticed to come and take your job. Yeah, you got to come and see me about it now, because she sees that there's some power there, and it could be the Suns and the Bucks are also interested in her also. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all shakes out with so many teams having vacancies right now and the high level coaches that are available. And these aren't bad teams to coach. I mean, people want to come coach Scotty Barnes. People want to come coach Kevin Durant. People want to come and coach Giannis Antetokounmpo. So these are attractive jobs even too. These aren't like a Charlotte Hornets job. Kenny Atkins saying, "No, I'll pass." No, these are jobs where people are like, this is kind of a cool looking job to come in, fall into and start with. Yeah. Let's see. Mike's saying maybe a first interview, but a second interview has to be way more in depth, in my opinion. I think that is what it is. It's like you feel out like, a little bit of personality fit. You feel out, just initial first impressions. And that may be part of it, Mike. It may be that they're like, okay, maybe we like Chris Quinn, but we got to wait a little bit and then we'll come and see him again, like depending on how the Heat do or something like that. That could be true. You're right. It could be true. Cool Cat saying, I feel like we might be too liberal for Monty. I mean, that could be true. This could be a similar thing to MA, but in the reverse. It's like MA is different. I don't know how Christian he is, but we know that Monty definitely is. That his Christian faith is maybe very, very much the most important thing with him. Now, that may be very good with certain players. Like some of our players do have a very strong religiosity on the download that we don't know about. I know that Siakam and Scotty are both very much men of God and that they do care about like their faith and Christianity. So, that could actually work in some ways. In some ways, that kind of stuff can actually really unite and bond people together in a good kind of way. So I don't know. I'm open-minded to it, but you're right. It may be Toronto's a little too woke once again for somebody who's maybe has some very like conservative religious values. So who knows? We'll have to see how it is. Mike's saying they will cut the list and pick at some point. And it's not for us to know. I want them moving like submarines underwater. We don't need to know what's going on with them. When they decide, we can all find out all together. And Raptors fans hopefully will be pleasantly surprised, while other people are kind of like, whoa, they just did that. That's who their coach is going to be. I want that impression on the rest of the league. They're like a little worried. That's what I want. Yeah. Let's see, Mike. Monique is here. Good to see Superfan Monique. Good morning, everyone. Happy draft lottery day. Thank you, Monique. Yeah, 8:00 TSN. Just tune in and see how we do. Mo saying, Nameless is saying, Mo, how do you like my new ranch? You saying, I feel like OG's religious? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably OG's probably religious to an extent also. That could be true. All right, let me wrap it up, y'all. No reverse trivia, no questions today. That's fine. Good stuff with the Bismack trivia, guys. I love seeing the So many different names getting answers today. Good stuff. The referees all favor the Nuggets, just slightly, some of them, but the Nuggets are the favorite team for the game today in the playoffs. Y'all, thanks for watching me. Tomorrow, Wednesday reaction to the draft lottery results. We'll go into depth about how it all went down, who wins the Wemby sweepstakes, and we'll kind of go over that tomorrow. And then Thursday, we're going to do a draft live on this channel for the WNBA. The games start on Friday night, so we got to get our teams together. And thank you to everybody who joined the league during this stream. This is fantastic. If you want to join our WNBA Fantasy League, it's a great way to learn the players and learn the league. Please look for the link in the description of this stream, and you can join yourself. As I'm looking at it right now, there are now only 4 spots open. So get in there if you want to play with us. There's 10 teams spots. We have 6 of them filled now, and I love seeing you guys come in and show up. I love the name, David, Philadelphia Floppers, and I see that you have named them after your most detested player, Joel Embiid. I love that. That's good stuff. All right, let's see what else. Blackhawk saying woke is only an issue for MA because he can't get away with his BS. I don't even think it's that. Like, dude, you should have a thick skin. You were coaching the Celtics all the way to the finals. You have gone through a crazy scandal. You know, maybe you don't like people judging you, but it's not even that we're really judging you in the way that you think we're judging you. I don't care if you go and sleep with a bunch of women. I don't care if you do that. That's your life. In fact, we're very liberal in that way. We can be very supportive of your open marriage and lifestyle. What I care about is the corporate stuff, is the corporate problems. And this is smart. This is a smart way. It's like, I'm not being moralistic and judging him because he wants to have multiple lovers. No, I'm being judgmental of him in a corporate situation where he like messed up a corporation with what they're trying to do with winning a championship in Boston. That's more what I judge you for, MA. It's not about being woke. It's about being toxic in a corporate structure and not having a good situation from it. That's why I don't want you in Toronto, is because in some ways you could be toxic in that way. And it's really more about that, I think. And I'm with you, Blackhawk. It's like, it's not that he can get away with it. He probably could get away with it. He's single now. They're not together anymore. Nia Long left him after this controversy that he got into last year. So he can do whatever he wants. He could come up here, just not with anybody who's an employee. That's the thing I was saying. It's like, go ahead, go to Brass Rail and meet some new girlfriends. Go wherever, financial district. I don't care. Meet some classy ladies. I don't know. It's your life. It's your private life. It's your private life got messed up in your professional life. And that's the issue here. It's not really a woke thing. It's just that he understands. You know what it is? Maybe what he's saying is Toronto is just too intelligent a city for me to be a coach in. And you're right, because he can't get away with it because we're too smart. Houston's, their intelligent quotient overall in the city of Houston compared to the city of Toronto is probably not even close. There's probably way, way, way smarter people living in Toronto on the average than in Houston. Let's just put it that way. I mean, an indicator of that and social indicator would be their BMI. That it is actually one of the fattest cities in the whole entire United States, Houston, Texas. And they have really bad health outcomes. So in some ways, they're not very smart because they're not very smart about what they're putting in their bodies. Let's just put it that way. So I can make a very social scientist remark like that the intelligence of the average Houston person compared to the average Torontonian is probably not even close. And that may be why he needed to go to the Rockets. How about that? Yeah. Monique saying Monty wasn't on my list, but he is now. Yeah, we got to put him on the list just because he's available. He is a high caliber coach. He is on my spreadsheet at this point. So if you guys want to look at the updated coaches vacancy spreadsheet for the Toronto Raptors, you can go check it out. It's got all that info on there. Fiercely saying, I created a team and also joined your league. What a mess. You might have made it. You might have gone into another route. So you have 2 different teams. Well, you should be able to delete the one that isn't involved in our league. If you need to, you can probably go in there and figure out how to delete it. Maybe I can help you if I have to. Nameless is telling that he agrees with Mo. And Isaac Campbell's saying A, Becky, B, Hammond, and C, A or B. So Isaac got a very clear front runner in his book for the next coach of the Raptors. His first choice is Becky. His second choice is Hammond. And then his third choice is either A or B. Okay. Nameless saying, I have a couple of friends in Texas. I concur. It's not even close. There you go. There you go. This is what happens when. All right, a really good indicator of this. We'll get a little sociology here. Is in Toronto right now we're not valuing education as much as we should, and there's a lot of problems with Ford defunding education in the province of Ontario. This is the stupidest thing in the world. You know, as much as we need different things around society, one of the most important things we need is education, and that there's a really bad thing going on in the States where they're trying to take education away because they want people to be dumber because they're easier to herd like sheep. And that's the problem. Education is so important. This is why conservatives like Doug Ford take cuts out of education because they want us to be dumber so that we can be duped and robbed and be all kinds of do all kinds of crazy stuff behind our backs. So this is anybody who's cutting funding to education is a bad person because they're hurting our future. And Doug Ford is that kind of person. And that's the thing in Texas, they haven't valued education for decades. So you see the average IQ in Houston, Texas is way lower than Toronto because they've had a horrible education system for a long time and they want their people dumb. It is very much on purpose. In fact, one of the best ways you can be a rebel against the system and against the powers that be is to educate yourself and to be as intelligent and learn and be as worldly and have a perspective and understand through all the stupid lies. Because there's a lot of people that are coming up that are not being taught free thought or critical thinking. And that's going to be a real issue in like the next 50 years. If we just have a whole bunch of dumb people in society that can't think for themselves and just take direction from everything up top, yeah, we're going to be in trouble. So please educate your children and make sure you really teach them how to have free thought and not to just conform to authority figures, because this is going to be a big problem in the future because we may be too dumb to understand that there are other alternatives and better lives because we just weren't allowed to learn because they've gutted the system, the educational system. That's what Doug Ford's trying to do right now. It's really messed up, really messed up. Isaac Campbell saying that's the standard technique of privatization: defund, make sure things don't work, people get angry, and you hand it over to private capital. That's exactly what he's trying to do with our healthcare and our education. And that's messed up. It's not good. You know, the people that don't have any money, they don't get the chances to be educated in the right way when these systems happen like this. So yeah, getting a little sociological today. Thank you, Nameless. I appreciate that. Spitting absolute fire. Well, we gotta talk about it. We get it out there. People hear it, and it's more talked about than people understand it, and they're aware of it. Education more important than ever. Doug Ford, fuck you for gutting our system and trying to privatize it. You asshole. I hate Doug Ford so much. I really do. If you hate Doug Ford and you love the Raptors, you're on the right channel. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching me. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And tomorrow we'll have a Wild Card Wednesday reacting to the draft lottery tonight. Thanks for watching. Check out Dalano on Twitch on Denny's stream. You can find it through his Instagram stories. He has a link there, and you can go see what Dalano was doing last night with the shock machine. All right, I'll have the new trivia scores up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Let's go Raptors and get a very high draft pick tonight, Bobby Webster. I would love to see you get in the top 5, top 7, anywhere in there would be great. It's just get a better position, get some good luck with that ping pong ball bouncing around. Yeah, woo!